Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time to see how well of a booker I am in trying to make something that might be marginally better than what WWE provides in 1 week's time. Yes, I'm going to see how well I can flex my creative skills in this one, as I have booked out my own 30-men Rumble match for this year. Of course, my name is Daniel Strunk. Welcome back to QuickTime Reactions. And yes, we're going to continue on the tradition that I started last year, and I'm going to provide a fantasy booking for this year's men's Royal Rumble match. Why is that? Well, it's for a couple reasons. Number one, it's because I'm a wrestling fan, and we as wrestling fans are never happy with what we are given 24/7. And another reason as to why is because I am a smart ass. Ding, as a wise man once put it. So, yes, we're going to be breaking down all the entrants in my fantasy Royal Rumble. Now, keep in mind, I tried to adhere mostly to what entrants have already been announced, as well as the rumors as to who might show up in the Rumble. I've kind of adhered to it. And plus, it's my own Royal Rumble, so I'm going to ignore, if someone's out injured or kayfabe suspended or, something like that. It's my Rumble, my rules, my booking. So if you have a problem, too bad. It's my Rumble. So without any further ado, let's get into a bit of housekeeping on the show. So first off, I would have Drew retain his WWE Championship over Sami Zayn on the show. I would have the World Champ CM Punk be successful in retaining his world title against Bronson Reed of the Vision. And in probably the most consequential decision on the show, Gunther beats AJ Styles and puts him into retirement. After the match, AJ is making his way back through the backstage area when he bumps into Santino Marella, who is one of the heads of TNA Wrestling, and he says to AJ, well, why don't you and me go off and have a little bit of a chat? And so they do that, and now it comes time for the men's Royal Rumble. Starting at number 1, we have Gunther, the man that just retired. AJ Styles is going to be starting from number 1, just like he did back in 2023, and this time he says he's going to go wire to wire, but oh, does he have a long road ahead of him, because in at number 2 is Mr. Brock Lesnar. And these two had a bit of a stare down in the 23 Rumble. Here, they're going to be the first two to start, and they're throwing haymakers left, right, and center. Gunther with chops, Brock, of course, with the suplexes. But in at number 3, adding to more of the beef that is in the ring, is Mr. Omos, who is currently in AAA right now. But, I have him coming up as, I guess, a surprise entrant in the Royal Rumble. And Gunther and Brock tried to work together to try and take the big man down, but to no avail. In at number 4 is Mr. Reymysterio, and he tries his best to try and take down Gunther, Omos, and Brock, to little avail as Rey gets ragdolled by everyone in the ring. In at number 5, Rey's going to have a little bit of help. It's the other Rey that is on the roster, Rey Fenix, who comes out to try and even the odds for Rey Mysterio. He does get a chance to shine, hit some nice springboards in there, but again, the power advantage to the 3 big guys that started the match still firmly in their corner. In at number 6 is the other half of the Lucha Brothers, Mr. Penta, making his way down to the ring to try and save his brother from being eliminated by Brock Lesnar. Penta comes in, also runs wild, maybe hits a couple of Mexican destroyers as well, and even gets some cool tag team offense with Rey Fenix as well. In at number 7, we have Mr. Dragon Lee, and he comes in, also helps out Penta, Rey, both Reys, Phoenix and Mysterio, in trying to take out the bigger guys, but to no avail. They're going to get even more backup when number 8, Mr. Walking Wild, comes in and tries to aid in the assistance of trying to take out Mr. Omos, but it does not work. In fact, Omos ends up eliminating Joaquin Wild, and shortly thereafter, Mr. Cruz del Toro, Joaquin's tag partner, comes in at number 9 and tries his mighty best to try and avenge his partner's elimination, but that does not work. Cruz del Toro is also eliminated by Mr. Omos. During this time, Gunther stops the tandem offense of the Lucha Brothers and ends up eliminating Rey Fenix. Penta and Rey Mysterio try to eliminate Gunther, but Brock comes up from behind of Rey, gives him massive German suplexes, and picks Rey up and Germans him over the top rope and out of the ring. Meanwhile, Penta is locked in a sleeper and is given a sleeper suplex over the top rope, and he is also eliminated as well. And so we're back to the 3 big boys of the match, and in at number 10, it's Mr. Roman Reigns, the OTC himself, and he has quite a bit more of a chance against Gunther, Brock, and Omos. Gives Superman punches to everyone. He gives a spear to Brock, spear to Gunther. When he tries to spear Omos, it is just not enough. However, Gunther is able to put Omos down with a bit of a sleeper. Brock picks him up, hits an F5, and it takes Brock and Gunther to eliminate Omos. Out with one AAA star and in with another as number 11 comes out. It is Mr. Iguana, of course, who comes out with Layeska, and he gets to run roughshod for a little bit, hitting some nice Hurricane Ranas on Brock, on Roman, and even Layeska gets a little bit until Layeska encounters Gunther, rips up Layeska, and just wallops Mr. Iguana and eliminates him out of the match. In at number 12 is Vikingo, El Hijo del Vikingo. He makes his way to the ring, also gets a chance to run wild for a little bit. And he's going crazy, just absolutely running wild. In at number 13 is Psycho Clown. He makes his way to the ring and is running roughshod as well. Him and Vikingo have a nice little exchange in the midst of everything, but in the end, Brock picks Vikingo up and F5s him out of the ring to eliminate him. Meanwhile, Psycho Clown is picked up in a powerbomb position and powerbombed onto Vikingo on the outside, eliminating him. Number 14, another big guy in the matchup, Otis, makes his way to the ring, and yeah, we have some big guys in the matchup. Roman, Otis, Gunther, Brock, and they're just hitting big power moves left, right, and center. When in at number 15, it is Akira Tozawa. Now, Tozawa does have an ally in there, Otis, but Tozawa just gets ragdolled by everybody. Gunther, Brock, Roman, and it is Roman who eventually chucks Tozawa out onto the outside, and Otis as well, trying to avenge his fallen friend. He also gets eliminated by Roman Reigns. In at number 16 is the current United States Heavyweight Champion, Carmelo Hayes. He gets a nice little run on Gunther, on Brock, and on Roman, getting some nice shots, dodging, weaving, and avoiding eliminations. In at number 17, the man who just challenged CM Punk for the world title on Raw not too long ago, in the time that I'm recording this as of right now, Mr. Finn Balor. He also comes in, has a nice little run against Brock, against Gunther, against Roman, and he and Carmelo Hayes have a nice little exchange in the middle of the ring. In at number 18 is Kit Wilson, making the whole big, theatrical entrance down to the ring. He gets in the ring and is immediately clotheslined by Gunther out, and he is eliminated. Sayonara. In at number 19 is the former United States champion, Ilya Dragunov, and he gets to show off his toughness and his bravery against not only Brock, not only Roman, but also Gunther as well. And that should be mouthwatering to anybody who has a set of eyes and also has a memory to their two other matches that happened in NXT and NXT UK. So that exchange should be very, very lovely. Coming in at number 20, someone must have said his name because he has appeared. Mr. Joe Hendry makes his second straight appearance in the Royal Rumble, and he also gets a bit of a good run going. Hits his fallaway slam onto Roman, onto Brock, onto Hayes, onto Balor, but he hits a brick wall with Gunther. He tries to go for a showstopper, but is not able to, and he is eliminated from the Rumble, and people are mad. Who is going to stop the man, the big Austrian Gunther? In number 21, get ready to fly hits. And it's AJ Styles coming out not as a WWE superstar, but as a TNA superstar. He comes in, immediately goes to Gunther, and takes him out of the Rumble, enacting a little bit of revenge, making sure that Gunther does not win the Rumble. And basically, AJ is now TNA guy and spends the remainder of 2026 in a TNA ring and basically retires in TNA, because I feel like that is the proper way his career should end, with one last match, one last run in the company that he basically put on his shoulders. And speaking of TNA, in at number 22 is the current TNA heavyweight champion, Mike Santana, who gets a nice little run on Brock, on Roman, and has a nice exchange with AJ, Hayes, and Balor as well. In at number 23 is a guy who is always ready. Mr. Matt Cardona comes in hitting Rough Riders aplenty in the matchup. But then as soon as we lost one big man, another big man makes his way down to the ring. In at number 24 is the debuting Oba Femi. And he does his thing strutting down to the ring. Everyone in the ring is in complete shock. He gets in and immediately eliminates Balor and Hayes, but runs into a bit of a brick wall with Brock Lesnar. But in the end, though, he is able to hit his big power bomb onto Lesnar and eliminate him from the Rumble. And that is the Mania match that you book for Mr. Brock Lesnar. Not to say that Gunther versus Brock wouldn't be a good match. Why do you think I put them as number 1 and number 2 in this Rumble? It's just to get that out the way. They had a nice little exchange at the beginning. We don't have to deal with it. We can revisit that once we get to SummerSlam, where Gunther will most likely retire Brock at SummerSlam. So that ends up happening. In at number 25, Damian Priest, who goes on a nice little bit of a run, but is also cut off by Mr. Oba Femi. In at number 26 is L.A. Knight. Yeah, he goes on a nice little bit of a run and is super over with the Saudi Arabian crowd. In at number 27 is the unsuspended Braun Breaker. Yes, Paul Heyman was able to pull some strings and was able to get Braun in the Rumble, and he is spearing fools left, right, and center, and is just running wild until he gets across Oba Femi. And Oba is the one person to stop him dead in his tracks. So the scene is there. Everyone is laid across the canvas. Everyone's down when, in at number 28, we hear this over the speakers. Yes, Mr. Beast makes his way down the ramp. Now, I could have been so jokey with this Rumble. Like, I could have said, Mansoor makes his return to the company, or they get Hiroki Sumi back, or Titus O'Neil makes his return and recreates Titus World Slide one more time for the memories. But no, I decided that this one was going to be way funnier. This one was going to be way funnier. And so, and plus he has a theme park in Saudi Arabia, so it just works out perfectly. It just works out perfectly. So yes, Mr. Beast makes his way into the Rumble and basically plays the game of, I'll give you money to protect me. And so he's able to get AJ Styles, Matt Cardona, Damian Priest, but Roman and Oba are none too bothered about the money, and they try to eliminate Mr. Beast. Oba has Mr. Beast in a big press and is going to basically press him onto the floor, when in at number 29, Mr. Beast's good pal, Logan Paul, makes his way down to the ring. He saves Mr. Beast, and they actually hit some pretty good tandem offense, but Roman is there. Logan and Mr. Beast get hit with a double spear by Roman, and they are both eliminated from the Rumble. See you later. In amidst all of this, Breakker eliminates Priest from the Rumble, as well as Matt Cardona. And in at number 30 is a man that is purportedly already signed with WWE and is might be given a new name, but I'm not going to change a single thing except for maybe dropping the first part of his name. It is the debuting Hobbs. And him, Roman, and Oba, again, just all sorts of meaty contact between everybody. We get down to it. Oba ends up eliminating L.A. Knight. And we are left with Roman, Oba, Breakker, and Hobbs as our final four. There's all sorts of big contact between everyone. Everybody hitting power moves left, right, and center. Oba hits his power bomb onto Hobbs and is able to eliminate him from the Rumble. Oba turns around and gets hit with a spear by Roman, but Roman turns around, gets hit with a super spear from Breakker, and Breakker eliminates Roman from the Rumble. So we are left with two, Oba and Breakker. They have a nice little bit of an exchange in the ring. Oba once again tries to go for his power bomb, but Breakker slips out, hits a super duper spear. Like, he bounces off the rope a couple of times to wind up to try and get Oba down. And Oba is thrown over the top rope by Breakker, eliminated. Braun Breakker wins the 2026 Royal Rumble match and goes on to challenge CM Punk for the World Heavyweight Championship at WrestleMania. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. That is my booking of the 2026 Royal Rumble. I hope that this was entertaining. I thought I had some pretty good storylines, some impactful debuts in there as well. And I thought, there's some pretty good jumping off points for storylines that you can run with in the months leading up to WrestleMania. But yeah, that is pretty much it for this one, guys. What did you guys think of this, and do you want to see more of it? Let me know down in the comments below, and if you do want to see more of it, maybe hit that subscribe button to let me know that you do like this type of content on my channel going forward. But yeah, that is pretty much it for this one, guys. Take care. Be safe out there. Stay warm if you're in a part of the country that's getting a lot of snow. And I will see you guys next week for the actual Royal Rumble. Take care.